Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yes, you are welcome to the very first series of the journey. Yes, in my previous video I made a little introduction that will be starting a series titled The Journey. So but guys, before we start, please don't forget to subscribe. If you are yet to subscribe, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like and to share this video, and most importantly also don't forget to comment. Yes, I personally need your comments, like in this comment section, to know what like the things you would like to see. Comment on the videos, like if it's inspired, whether you're learning or anything you want to add, just leave a comment in the comment section, and thank you very much. So let's begin today's episode. It's titled The Journey series. Yeah, so before we start, I will be answering a few questions relating to this series that we are starting. What is the journey all about? Like, also I'll be starting. So the first question is, what is the journey all about? Yeah, the journey series, what is it all about? So basically it's all about sharing personal, inspiring, and victorious life stories. Yes, these are testimonies. So it's sharing these personal stories with us, with the world, for everyone to see. And also this involves the process. Yes, the process of the journey, because yeah, what really makes a journey is the process, and of course the victory at the end. So yes, we'll be sharing personal stories, the process, and also how we overcame whatever the journey was all about. Yes, and this will help us also to learn practical steps, from people's life stories. We'll be able to see the steps that they took in whatever circumstances that they've gone through, or the steps that they took in this journey and the process that has helped them. So we're going to look at these life stories and also learn one or two things about them, and also encourage one another. Yes, so the next question is, what if I have a story and I don't feel comfortable talking about it yet physically, that is showing my face? It says, what if I have a story and maybe you don't want to show your face sharing the story? You can still send your story. If you look at the description box for this channel, I put some of my platforms that you which you can reach me on. My Facebook is there, my Instagram ID is there. You can reach me on it personally, and you can still send in your stories. Yes, you can send in your stories, and then we'll share to inspire people with it. Even if you don't want to show your face, you can still send your stories across, and then we share it. And maybe in the nearest future, maybe if you want to like come around now, maybe now you're feeling comfortable showing your face, yes, we can still do that. You can still come around and now show your face and tell your story and all that. That's always welcome, whatever you're comfortable with. The important thing is making our stories out there to reach as many people as it can, so that they can be inspired by what we've been through. Amen. So the next question says, what this series ensures. So basically this series brings to us real stories. Yes, real stories. We do not bring fictions. It's real stories, real life transforming stories and testimonies we're bringing to us. And also it ensures the privacy of anyone who maybe sends in their stories anonymously. Maybe you wouldn't want your identity to be disclosed, but yet you want to send your story across. Yes, you can still do that. So it ensures 100% privacy. Your details will not be disclosed and no one's gonna know about it, but your story will still be out here on this platform, touching lives, inspiring people. And I think that's like the most important thing for us, to inspire people and help as much people as we possibly can. So you can send in your stories, you can write me personally, and then we'll still get your story out. And yeah, and if you want to, yeah, so basically that's just it. And then the final question, okay, is that, what if I'm still going through a particular thing and I would like to share it? like share it with the hope of getting encouragement, or maybe like make people that have also gone through similar processes or have encountered similar things and what they did to overcome that. Like, do I still share the story? That's what the question is talking about. Yes, of course, you can still share your story even if you're still going through the process. You can always share the story, because you meet people along the line that have gone through the very thing that you are experiencing right now, and they have been able to overcome it. So they can share encouraging words, they can share their stories with you, they can share advices on what you can do in that process. Life is a journey. Some people have gone ahead of us so that they can show people that are still going to start that exact same journey the way. So, but sometimes, if you don't voice it out, you're not going to know that this person has gone through it, because we don't look like what we've been through. And yes, and you don't know that someone else is experiencing the same thing as you until you get to talk about it. Then you realize, okay, this person has gone through it. So even if you're still in the process, and also if you do not want your face or your name known, you can always send the question anonymously. The important thing is touching lives. Yeah, that's the important thing. Your privacy is guaranteed. So if you're still in the process, you can still share your story. You would always get support, and also we'll be praying along with you for every journey and process that will be shared. We'll be praying along with you. And whenever you also feel like, okay, it's time, like, yeah, I want to share the story, you're also free to just just connect with me, and then you're free to share your story. So yeah, I think that's basically all the questions that we have here. And another thing about the last question is that we also go along the journey with you. If you're still in the process of the journey, we go with you. When you go, knowing that you are not alone, it brings a certain kind of confidence that there are people with me and people that are praying with me. So we go along this journey to you to a victorious end. So yes, just feel free to write, and yes, we'll get in touch. So now let's delve into the beginning of the series. And this series is going to be starting with someone, yes, someone very dear to my heart. Yes, you know who the person is. Okay, so this series, let's have a drum roll. Okay, this series starts with me. Yes, me, I, and myself. So stay tuned. Okay, so the first story that we'll be having in this series is, of course, myself, like I said earlier. So, and the title is My Journey with Alopecia Areata. Yes, my journey with Alopecia Areata. Yeah, some of us might be familiar with the name, so of course, as maybe medical students, and maybe experiences or encounters with people that have gone through it. Yeah, but yeah, some of us might be hearing the name for the very first time. So I'm going to start by explaining what alopecia areata is all about, so that we have a full understanding of what it is about as I share the story along. Yeah, so what is alopecia areata? What is it all about? So alopecia areata is an autoimmune disorder, yeah, which results in hair loss. So they say that it's caused by, like, when the immune system mistakenly attacks the hair follicles, and then it results in hair loss on the scalp or on the face, and it can also involve other parts of the body. It's also said to be caused by a stressful disorder as well, maybe like after a very stressful event or encounter, you can have alopecia areata as a result. So basically, alopecia areata is hair loss, and the localization now of where it could be, maybe on the scalp or on the face or everywhere, now is divided into types. So yeah, what are those types now? The first type we have is it's called the patchy alopecia areata. So patchy alopecia areata is usually characterized by small bald patches on the scalp only. You just have like multiple bald patches on the scalp. It can be oval shaped or it can be round. So you have them on the scalp and they are just the patchy bald spots, and this does not lead to extensive alopecia areata. It doesn't lead to affect maybe the hair on the face or the hair on the body. It just stays on the scalp. with a small patchy bald spots. Yeah, and the next type that we have is called the persistent patchy alopecia areata. So for the persistent patchy alopecia areata, it's also characterized by the bald spots that we talked about for the first one, the patches on the scalp, but the difference is this one can later lead to the extensive type of alopecia areata, which involves the totalis and the universalis. Yes, can lead to an extensive form. So let's talk about the next one, which is alopecia totalis. This is one of the extensive forms of alopecia totalis. So alopecia totalis, this involves the complete hair loss on the scalp. Yes, complete hair loss on the scalp. So meaning that there's like no hair at all on the scalp. And then the next type, which is the most severe one, is alopecia universalis. So this one results in like hair loss also all over the scalp and also on the face, which includes the eyebrows, the lashes, and even hair like body hairs all over, even the pubic hair, like yes, all over. That's alopecia universalis. So we have the patchy one, which is just on the scalp, the persistent patchy one, which is also the spots on the scalp, but this can lead to the extensive form of either totalis or universalis. Yes, and totalis involves complete hair loss on the scalp, and the last one, universalis, is complete hair loss all over the body. So those are the different kinds of alopecia areata that we have. So if we see someone now, like maybe we've come across people that don't have hair on their head, at least now we'll be able to recognize that, okay, this is the reason, like this person doesn't have hair because of this person doesn't have hair because of that. So we can be more sensitive in our approach to them based on what like I've just shared. So yes, which of these is now pertaining to the journey that I'm going to share with us? Well, actually, I would say like I went through all the stages of what we just learned about now. Yes, I went through all the stages, and this journey, I hope it doesn't get so emotional along the way. Yes, it might, but the important thing is looking at the greater end of encouraging someone, and maybe there's someone out there you think you are the only one going through this, to tell you that you are not alone. Because when I started experiencing this, I thought I was the only one in the whole wide world, and that made it so depressing. And one thing we should also know about alopecia areata is that it leads to depression, like complete depression. Because can you imagine someone, either as a lady or as a man, just imagine you just wake up one day and you find that just your hair is gone and you don't have hair, but you don't have eyebrows. It's very depressing because hair is such an important part of everyone's life, if you agree with me. So it leads to complete depression, especially when you think you're the only one going through it. It leads to complete depression. It also gives room for bullies. People bully you, people give you, like people say comments that are very insensitive. Anyway, we'll get to learn about all that as time goes on, because we're going to be delving deeper into how alopecia areata started in my life. Yes, so I just wanted to give an introduction to what alopecia areata is all about and what it can lead to. Like I said, depression, sometimes you can even have eating disorder because you do not want to eat. Because when you're depressed, of course, it affects your appetite. So these are things this just accumulates a lot of other things in you, aside the fact that yes, I already have alopecia areata. So it can also be hereditary. Let's say someone in your family has it before, you can have it. And also sometimes it's not only limited to that. Like I said earlier, it can also be caused by a stressful event that's taken place. So this one, let us say something happened that is so traumatic, it could lead to alopecia. Yes, it could lead to alopecia because it's also related a lot to the emotional involvement of everything. Yes, so I think that will be all for today. I'll just stop here for today, and the next video we're gonna talk about how it all started in my life. Yes, it could take us deeper into how it started, the things I had to go through, how I went through one form of alopecia areata to the next, how I completely got to know what was wrong with me, because at the beginning I didn't know what was wrong. Like no one knew what was wrong. So how I got to know what was wrong with me, and just like I said, the journey 100% real and 100% honesty. Yes, so with that being said, we've come to the end of the video for today. Yes, I hope you're inspired, and one thing I have to tell us for this week is when we look around and we see people around us, don't judge anyone by the appearance of what you see, because you have no idea what they are going through, no idea, and what you say to them can either destroy them or build them up. Yes, so let's be very sensitive in how we talk with people, relate with people, especially when you have no idea what it is they are going through. Just be nice. So thank you for staying tuned to this video, and God bless you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends. So see you in the next video. Stay tuned. Bye bye, and God bless you.